Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the Overflow. My name is Micah Curtis.
And I'm Alex Weldon, and geez, we're doing this live again?
Yes, we is. And this time I've actually got it set up so that we're actually using the Micah and The Hatman setup, as opposed to just me. So people will see your avatar again.
Oh, cool.
Though it has made me realize we might want to have Elusive Swede redesign this overlay. Something that's a little bit more friendly to video play.
Maybe so. Also, I need to turn down my gears of fighting. Alright. Battery swapped out on a controller, and I think I'm ready to kill some oblong-looking fuckers.
People are saying Robo-Micah. Really?
Audio is cracking. That's not good.
It might be because I got it turned up too much. Hold on.
Maybe.
That should be a little bit better. And then what I'll just do is turn myself up. Because I had an issue with this last time when I was listening to the recording is you were like super loud and I was very much not loud at all.
Yeah.
So I'm going to readjust the audio that way. We should be good now.
I hope so.
Still sounds robot. Now I'm starting to think people are fucking with me.
No, I don't think they fuck with you about sounding robot.
Alright. I'm going to listen back to see what's going on. Give me just a second. I'm going to mute everything real fast. Yeah, that's weird. There's apparently some interference going on. So I'm switching the audio bit rate. That might help a little bit.
We'll see what it does.
That's very strange. I've never had it do that before. Nope, it's still cracking. Alright, I'm going to restart it. Give me just a sec. Okay, hopefully it's working now. I stopped the stream and then started it back up.
Okay. We back? We good?
No, it's still fucked.
Oh, great.
Alright, I'm actually going to try closing out Skype and call you on Discord. Let's see if that makes a difference.
Try.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what's going on here. I have myself on the other monitor, so... Nope, that didn't make a difference either. I'm going to try restarting OBS. I will be right back, folks. Okay, hopefully that did it. Because holy shit, man. That's getting annoying. Okay, hopefully that did it. Because holy shit, man. That's getting annoying. Yep, that looks like that took care of it. Okay. Yeah, it was apparently Skype. Man, Skype fucking sucks. Okay, so sadly tonight, we do not have a robot. Brainbox had to work. But what we're going to talk about tonight, aside from overflow questions, we're also going to talk about comic improvements too. Where is Hatman? You there, partner?
Are we back?
For the love of Pete, man.
Uh-oh. I can't hear you.
Hold on. There we go.
Okay, there we go. That's much better.
Okay, so apparently I've exercised the robot. It was a Skype issue.
It was a Skype issue. That's the thing. I've been having issues with Skype all day today for some reason.
Yeah, Skype is fucked, apparently.
Yeah.
So
Skype is asshole.
oddly enough, though, and I find this weird, my hair is looking better. I don't know what happened. I find that bizarre. So, yeah. No robot tonight, aside from the voice, apparently. Hatman, how are you?
I'm hanging in there. I had a pretty good dinner, and it was good. I told you it was good. Okay, it was very good apparently, and got to celebrate a friend of mine's birthday on Animal Crossing. What I presume are the final proofs for Inglewood have been sent off to Mixum after a couple of fuck-ups and misunderstandings on what the hell they actually need as far as a bleed goes.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting for them to send their final approval just so I know, like, okay, before I lock this in, I want to make sure this is exactly what you need.
Yeah.
But barring anything crazy, that's it. They're off to the printers now.
Awesome.
So
hopefully we'll be getting those back soon.
Yeah, it looks shipping has changed now, so it's not going to come in Friday. It's estimated either Monday or Tuesday.
Okay, so physical books, for those of you who ordered them, will be going out next week.
Yep. Once I get them, they'll be going back out.
Yep. Also, Optimus is here. What's up, buddy?
Yep. All the stickers got printed too.
Yes, all the stickers are finished.
They are done. Posters still need to get printed. We're still waiting to see what's going on with the poster printer. Shirts too, but we got a backup plan in case that printer doesn't come back online.
Yep.
But if you just backed the book or the director's cut, if you didn't get the poster or the shirt, anything like that, you're going to be getting those first. Those are going to be going out first. I know it's kind of wild, because everything's out of order right now, but we're working with what we got and trying to avoid any more fuck-ups. Also, side note, dealing with insurance companies regarding equipment malfunctions or business losses is a pain in the ass.
I can imagine.
Yeah, it's I wouldn't wish it on anybody.
Well, I used to work for an insurance company, so I know exactly how it is.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, nice. They've got Phil Diaz tonight to talk about the comic Lost Pages, which looks really good. Then tomorrow we launch 3 Nights, 4 Days as well. So on the Sleeveless Comics channel, if you have not subscribed yet, please do so. Link should be in the description. If not, just put it in search. It'll be the first thing that pops up. But from there, we will be launching that tomorrow night at this same time, about 8 o'clock Central Time. And Preston Acevedo will be with me. We're going to try to get Oliver on as well, the colorist, so we can talk about the book, talk to fans, and things like that. And then after the questions, we're also going to talk about things that we're going to work on to improve the next Inglewood book. So, still nervous? Oh, you have no idea. My stomach is doing flip-flops. And when I watched Dan Fan's review of Inglewood, man, I felt like I was going to get sick. And she even liked it, but it's just like, oh god, a YouTuber might not like this. Somebody with a following, fuck. So, but there's a couple people out there that I know that will probably trash the book because they just hate me. So, their opinion is worth less than nothing. But, at the same time, it's the people that I know that would be unbiased. I'm worried about what they're gonna think. Who was the YouTuber? It was Dan Fan, actually. She also remarked that Angelica from Inglewood looks a lot like the main character from her book Orgasm Girl, but her character has much bigger breasts, which is true. Angelica's built to be more athletic, not curvy. So
right.
Angelica's like a B cup, like not that big in the chest.
So you said she trashed the book, really?
No. She liked it. I said there are other YouTubers out there that I know that will probably trash it because they don't like me. Oh, fuck. Are we gonna do this again?
Wait, we gotta do this again?
Oh, god damn it. Well, at least we know how to kill it.
Go! Now or never!
I know.
Kill this thing!
Let's just get it done. I'm gonna blame Brain because he's not here.
Shit!
Look!
Alright.
On his back!
Well, hopefully you have the questions on another monitor.
Nope.
And you're dead. Nice job.
And I'm dead. This is what happens when I have to pull the questions up on another monitor.
Everybody shame the Hatman for dying.
Shame me for multitasking. Let's see. Docs.google.com. No, I'm not interested in getting the Docs app. There's only a few questions this time.
Really?
Yep, we have 4 entertainment and I think 7 politics. So.
Well, which one do you want to do first?
I'll let you pick this time since I'm reading the questions off.
Let's get politics out of the way because I want to talk happy stuff later.
Yeah, that's a good call. Okay. So let's start off with Tyler Worsham. Says, did you hear that Twitter censored Trump's video/speech promoting both peace, love, and justice instead of division, violence, and radicalism? It's actually very presidential.
Yeah, I did see that, and that's what's
Now or never! Let's kill this thing!
what got him wanting to do executive action against such measures. Which again, this is the irony of them doing that is somebody actually took Trump, you know, or the Supreme Court actually ruled that Trump can't block people. So by extension, Twitter basically pissed all over that by doing what he did. Okay, Miguel Pereira, I know you're fucking with me because I can see that the audio is still working.
Katie.
Oh, bull crap.
Seriously?
I thought I was safe.
Can you turn the game audio down? Yes, that I can do.
I thought I was safe.
Okay.
Alright, so Leonardo 1 asks, why do so many people get mad over All Lives Matter and want us to use the hashtag Black Lives Matter?
Because they believe in systematic oppression and blah, blah, blah.
The thing about that one is, it's specifically just for issues affecting, you know, black people. It's just like the NAACP. You know, you're not going to have a National Association for the Advancement of All People. So I understand, but the problem is All Lives Matter seems to be more dismissive of those issues than anything else. Like I get the necessity for Black Lives Matter. I get the necessity for All Lives Matter, but I don't really see it doing any good, even as like a rebuttal to Black Lives Matter. I need to get out of the way there.
Yes, that would be wise.
And now I need to get back over there.
Ah,
See if I can move over to this side.
I can't see shit.
Oh, you're having your hallucinations?
Yes.
Oh,
Fuck! Running.
ah! Sydney, why are you getting in that? The cat is getting into a place where he is not supposed to be.
Cool. That sounds like a cat.
Yep. Siamese cat, no less.
But he is Siamese if he pleases.
He is very Siamese if he pleases, and he is Siamese if you don't please.
Alright, what do we got next?
Alright,
Actually, no, I don't think I really chimed in that much on that. So, check fire. I mean, check your line of fire, dude. But, anyway. The issue that I generally have with all of it... Oh, come on, Hatman.
Damn it. I didn't realize she was that fucking close, and I was trying to roll, but nope. Right on top of me. Sydney, I blame you.
So anyway, the whole thing about it is that the reason that you would see like these violent reactions sometimes, even to people putting up the All Lives Matter sign, was generally because there are people out there on Earth that are black that think that they are being ignored, or issues facing their communities are being ignored, yada yada yada.
Right.
And the thing about that is that, and again I find myself quoting C.S. Lewis, an explanation of action is not a justification by reason. The entirety of the riots and everything like that were basically taking a situation where one corrupt cop killed a man when he shouldn't have, and then trying to use that as an excuse to claim that there is some larger problem. Okay, I'm blind again.
Alright.
Let me know if it's coming towards me
she's
or
iced.
what.
No, she's iced.
Okay, take her out. But anyway. And that's generally the issue that I see with this whole situation. Is, that... And that's part of the reason why I think that it's going to be a mistake in the long run to pander to Black Lives Matter. It's because... Now, I understand why companies do it. They're basically thinking... It's a bunch of white people in a boardroom saying, yes, we want black people to still buy our products. If we do not say Black Lives Matter in some sort of a post somewhere, there is a good chance that the media is going to call us all a bunch of racists. And we don't want that kind of negative attention, so we're just going to do this. And it's silly, and it's corporatist, and all that other stuff. But ultimately... that's the reason why. I don't think that it's the worst sin that's ever been committed. It's not like they're, you know, actually advocating for some sort of a fucking revolution. You know? Whoa. She is avoiding the ice like mad. Ow, frick. Get up! Whoop.
God bless. Yeah, she just will not even get close.
There we go. Asami Ryuji Yamazaki just donated $5, and I don't have the Streamlabs window open, so you're gonna have to wait a second for me, bud. And then I'll open something up for you and have a look. But that's generally the issue. It's like, and this is kind of my frustration with the whole situation. So I'm not done ranting. It's been that everybody's strawmanning, and everybody's doing all this other stuff.
No way!
Yep, you got knocked into the ice.
Oh my god.
That's alright.
She broke the ice and... Oh man. Bad time.
But as it stands, and Gojira puts it well in the chat. He says, corporations supporting BLM is basically the same as companies supporting Pride Month. It's virtue signaling to avoid bad press. Exactly.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You want to know the people that I saw that were wearing, when I worked at State Farm, who wore the Pride Month shit all the time? It was not gay people. Believe it or not. Like, none of my gay or bisexual coworkers were wearing that stuff.
No, God bless it.
How do you always manage to get ripped in half?
I don't know. It's like she just runs after me, and I keep rolling backwards. I rolled into one of the icicles this time, though.
You gotta go left or right
stuck
with her. Don't go backwards. Alright, let me log into Streamlabs so I can read Yamazaki's donation here. And I have dinner as well. I have burritos. But, something weird happened to me.
Weird?
The acrylic on my denture failed for one tooth. So, I literally, just to show the audience, I have to super glue that back in.
Jesus.
Until my dentist can squeeze me in to actually properly fix it. So, it's fun. I talked to my dentist about it. They're like, oh, it happens sometimes. You know, it's actually said it's a quick fix, but they're like, we've been so busy getting people caught up after the whole COVID thing that we just don't have any time for the office. And I'm like, well, shit. So they're like, just super glue it in. You might have to re-glue it a couple of times, but as long as you don't swallow the tooth, you'll be fine. Like, alright, fair enough. So, I'll be doing that tomorrow before the stream. I tried wearing my old denture, the big thing that I had, and I actually vomited because the thing chokes me. Like, that was sucky. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. The big thing for me is that there's straw men on both sides of it, politically speaking, on the left and the right, and that's what kind of frustrates me. A bunch of people tried to tell me that the whole Steven Crowder thing wasn't a straw man. I'm like, no, it is a straw man, because it has zero relevance on what happened in this situation. I don't give a shit what the media is portraying the guy as. The question is, and this is the thing, you know, you're just trying to distract from the discussion too at that point. Because the discussion is about, should this man have had a knee on the back of his fucking neck while he was being detained? The answer is no. That is it. And then we have a discussion from there. Trying to bring up the fact that he was an ex-con, I'm sorry, it's stupid. It's stupid, and you're pandering to the Stefan Molyneux and the, what's that asshole from InfoWars that isn't Alex Jones, the British guy?
Paul Joseph Watson.
Also, Joseph Watson's the world. Like, don't pander to those idiots.
I mean, it's derailing anyway. Like, it doesn't... Regardless of someone's criminal history, it does not matter whether they, you know, were met with... can I call it excessive force?
It is. That's exactly what it is. It's excessive force.
Yeah, I mean...
Like, did we forget that people have rights?
Yeah. Like,
and that's the one thing that, like, the libertarians have been bringing up. That's been, again, this is part of the reason why I don't... Hatman, line of fire, seriously. But this is part of the reason why I less and less want to call myself a conservative. Is because the conservatives, as a whole, continue to do this sort of bullshit. It's like, stop strawmanning the points. Stop worrying about owning the libs. Worry about the things that make America great. Specifically, the fact that this is the only country that works to preserve life, liberty, and property. The instant you get past that, the instant you start worrying so much about owning the libs, you lose the plot. Because you end up supporting things that are completely fucking stupid. You know, we constantly mock the left for backing dumb shit to own the cons, and then you're no better. Be smarter than your opponent.
This thing's your link to me, right? Get ready to switch off.
Finally.
A lot of people aren't I'm almost at the point where it's like the term rightist needs to exist. They're the right-wing version of a leftist. They just have blanket thoughts, but they don't actually think for themselves.
Sure what you saw was real.
Mm-hmm.
It was real.
Okay, then maybe she'll, I don't know, I mean, help us somehow.
She would, if she could. But she's not my mother anymore.
Then who is she?
Their queen.
I mean, it's a derailing tactic.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's whataboutism to try and defeat an argument that honestly, like, really isn't that wrong. Like, yeah, police need reforming. You know, there are tactics that are being used, and there are dirty cops that are out there that need to be expunged. And there's too many of them out there, and it's at the point where good cops are afraid to say anything because they'll get ostracized. You have to look at it as a systemic issue, as a cultural issue.
Yeah.
And if you can change part of the system, you can change part of the culture too. Like, for example, busting police unions. You know, there's no reason why dirty cops need to be protected. They do not deserve to keep their jobs, for God's sake. If you fail at your job, you don't keep it. That's plain and simple.
Yeah, we brought this up last week. It's that Chris Rock joke that is oddly wise in some senses. It's like, you can't have a few bad apples as pilots. People who just don't like to land.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense.
And now we need to kill it.
I have a lot of respect for good cops. Bad cops
absolutely.
can burn for all I care.
Is she,
Yeah.
you know, all right? Not really.
All right.
Yeah, Cooper's Revenge Home says, instead of using the real solution, they'll put extremist solutions. Yeah, absolutely, because now you're seeing stuff like abolish the police.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. It's like, it's for the, like, this is what happens when you just allow the extremes to just go unchecked, and you're not, putting sensibility there. You know, it's the right and conservatives cannot afford to be stupid right now. They
no,
can't.
absolutely not. No, this is a critical damn moment.
Yeah. Yeah, Optimus puts in a good point. People try to use George Floyd to canonize him. Others try to call him a thug to justify it. All it does is take away from the fact that he was killed by a bad cop. Exactly.
Yep. Yep.
Not to mention, his arrest was 10 years ago. He pled guilty, and since then has lived a pretty clean life. Probably not a saint, but he's not exactly Hitler.
The UIR had the pleasure of occupying, liberating this glorious land.
Yeah. There's no reason, no justification for that.
Yeah. Alright, what's the next question?
Alright, next one. Gregory Urban asks, thoughts on the Libertarian candidate for president and VP? And no, it's not Gary Johnson this year, because I don't know if I want to vote for them or not.
I don't know who it is.
It's a woman this time, I believe.
Yeah, Justin Amash originally was going to run, and then he interacted with the Libertarian Party. He's like, nah, I'm good. And that's generally the issue. Libertarian belief systems are, in my opinion, far superior to anything out there. Not ANCAPs. Libertarians.
No, absolutely not. No. Small L, libertarian, not big L.
Yeah. The Libertarian Party is a fucking joke. Because, and this is the funny thing, the people who are in the Libertarian Party are too fucking individualistic to band together to create something.
Yeah. Because everyone's got a different flavor of libertarianism that they're pursuing. So the platform changes according to who's the most popular that year, which makes no sense.
Yeah.
You have to have more cohesion than that.
Yeah. The reason that Optimus Deadpool, or sorry, not Optimus Deadpool, that Austin Peterson didn't get the nomination is because he wouldn't pander to the ANCAPs, which is what Gary Johnson did. And then Gary Johnson is like the least libertarian candidate ever.
He was a
What is a
Republican
Lopo?
before.
I'm Gary Johnson. I'm high all the time. Ah! Sorry, I fucking hate Gary Johnson. And Bill Weld's a joke too.
I mean, they were both Republicans, and I mean, as Republicans, they weren't terrible, but they couldn't really get anywhere else in their party because they weren't right enough on certain social issues, and that's where I think the Libertarian Party ought to shine, because there are some people who are, I know it's practically a meme at this point, but fiscally conservative, socially liberal.
Yep.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think there's anything, wrong with holding those beliefs. And there ought to be a party to represent them, because you're going to feel alienated in the Republican Party. You're going to feel alienated in the Democratic Party. But then the Libertarian Party is just up its own ass all the time, trying to figure out, who's the flavor of the month, and therefore who needs to be pandered to. And it just ends up destroying everything. And therefore, nobody feels represented in the end.
Yep.
So there's potential, but it's not worth it. I mean, just like the candidate they got now, I forget what her name is, but she's got really good ideas. Like, I want to get rid of the ATF. I want to deregulate, a lot of stuff around drugs. Decriminalize things in the drug war. But then she's all for like open borders and stuff. I'm like, no. Don't go that far. But that's more of a big L libertarian than a small L.
Yep.
So I guess that's the flavor of the month. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to vote libertarian. I don't really know. I've sort of had my faith in Trump shaken a bit, just over the lack of real leadership, over the country getting set on fire.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's absolutely enough to keep me from voting for him.
Yeah,
But
because the
the
other
next-
alternatives aren't good.
Yeah, it's like, the next couple of months are going to be telling. I already know I will not vote for Joe Biden, because he's not going to remain president. Whoever he chooses as VP is going to be president, and if it's any one of the people at the top of the betting list right now, I don't want any of them. Absolutely
So
not.
you're working under the assumption he's dead in a few years.
I'm working under the assumption that he is either going to be forced to resign or get 25th Amendmented out, because he does not have the mental faculties to assume the office. He simply does not. And I think that the Democrats understand this too, and that's why they're running him, because whoever they can push as VP is basically their chosen candidate for president. They have way more control over it before, or way more control over it this time as opposed to last time.
Done.
Do I have to run Jack this time?
No, we can both do it.
Okay, cool.
But anyway, I'm just not voting for him because I know that he's way too willing to capitulate to extreme elements. Which I have a problem with.
The way you describe Niles' machine gave me
So.
an idea. I call it hijack. Go ahead. Try it out.
Go ahead, try it out. Oh no, I'm getting lag.
Show him what you got, Jack.
Yeah, hijack as an ability is kind of ridiculous.
You figured out how to override the hive mind?
No. Jack just floods their brains with voltage. It's crude, doesn't last long.
Spudley brings up something interesting. 65 should be the cutoff date for running for any political office.
Subject data is limited, obviously, but you know what? Go nuts out there. See what happens.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Because there's people that are over the age of 70 that are very, very intelligent still. You know, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna. I wouldn't put it that way. I mean,
Yeah,
Ronald
well, it's just
Reagan.
like there's people under the age of 36
Know
that
if I can rely on
are intelligent beyond their years too.
yeah.
So
you. You know what happened to Lizzie in the convoy?
I don't know.
Kind of you to
I mean, I understand the
I'm the one who
at least minimum age limit, but at the same time,
had a bad feeling about it. I didn't want to do it.
I kind of
but
wonder
did.
about it.
So that's on me.
But
I can't help but wonder.
Speaking of
yeah. Let's move on to the next question, though.
All right.
seen JD around
Miguel Barrera asked, "Do you think Hollywood goofed when they decided to bail out the rioters and encourage them?"
Well, with there's a mistake there in this degree.
Did you hear that Patty guy's accent?
If with them moving towards declaring Antifa an official as a terrorist group,
Remember where I came from? The cops.
if you have directly funded them, and so these people that they broke out were members of Antifa, you just aided terrorists, meaning that they would get arrested.
Shit, I bought that book though.
I don't think that they're going to do that, but I think that anybody who did that, however, would have
against your so-called swarm.
a problem.
Then everything changed. They got smarter. Suddenly they were wearing armor, and they started making deals. Take one, if you want.
Yeah, I hate that rifle.
Fighting the swarm alone.
Yes, which is why I agreed to let Bear come here. We help you with your rocket launch. You help us take back our land. Speaking
Yeah,
of
but I want my
which,
Lancer though.
our water supply's been cut off. We've been trying to restore it, but your swarms made that difficult.
You don't want your Lancer?
Getting the
Oh no, I
backup
picked up my Lancer again.
Oh. You don't want
Yeah,
your shotgun?
that's why I was
What
like,
do you need?
Water tower. You'll pass it on the
I think I
way out.
used this in Horde and
Haven't
I was
heard
fine
from
with
my
it.
people there.
Alright.
Am I gonna need a shotgun for this part?
I would say that it's probably a better weapon to have than the claw.
Check in. if
Okay.
you can.
The
Then I'll
claw
keep
can
it.
headshot, but the problem is it burns through ammo and it's got a terrible reload time.
Children really prepared for this? Because your skiff's ready on the runway, and the the desert awaits.
Speaking of
No,
which,
there's just a lot of virtue signaling going around lately. So,
this I am going to take.
no, it marks
See
it.
you have good taste.
Yes, this is one of my favorite weapons.
Then I will take your ammo. Oh, look. Oh, there's more Mark's ammo over here if you want it.
Curious about Albert and I met.
Yeah, sure.
General
On the way.
Carr, Alvo
Where's it at?
with a light man.
You got some ammo things, and then you have a Mark's over there.
Sweet.
Well,
Alright, full up on
it
ammo.
might amuse you to know.
Cool.
I,
Actually, let me grab that other ammo
alongside
thing
your
so I
friend
can.
Bear,
Fill
There's a
up.
lot of it out here.
not
What's
all
this?
calm or bad. They're just
Nomad's Creed.
It's got a knife in it. That's how you know it's serious.
Oh, yes. Oh,
You will not narc.
thing for Jack over here.
Another Mark, so.
Oh, wow. Five components. Let's see where we're at with that. Definitely want to upgrade Hijack. Hijack is great. Especially if you can use it on like a stump or even like you can use it on scions. People keep saying London police. What about them? Just a heads up, guys. Like when you just say like 2 words in the chat, I can't do anything with that. You gotta tell me what exactly you want me to talk about with that particular subject. So, what's the next question?
Source 100 asks, do you think Antifa will move on to attack, I guess, country states like Oklahoma?
You know, only one
No.
of us grew up in a city, and it wasn't me.
Attack.
We actually
It says attack to country like in Oklahoma. I don't know. I'm trying
we
to.
had a discussion in the Discord server today because there's somebody that actually does legitimately think that we're headed towards civil war. Not happening.
There's a torque over here if you. Oh no.
Nah, I prefer the marks into the torque, oddly enough. Unless there's scions about, but
We are not. Well, this can't be good.
But anyway, you're all right, Archon. I just need more details. That's all.
I hope you're not here to stop us.
As I was saying,
Because you can't.
Kate,
Maybe you should try listening for once.
Kate. I'm listening.
Yeah, well, don't bother. I'm done.
Okay.
You should try listening.
I'm here to help,
Well, don't.
if you have me.
Lord.
I'm sorry. What?
and people say she's not written like a woman.
Dad told me about Mount Kadar.
I have sisters who act like this.
I know you don't.
I am listening. Yeah, well, I don't want to talk anymore.
What I've done.
Okay. Whatever.
I don't blame you. So what does Jen think about you being here? Jen doesn't know. Really?
But yeah, there's gonna be no civil war or anything like that.
Turns out, Foz is
There's a
bad.
reason. You gotta keep something in mind. There's a reason that Antifa didn't go into the suburbs
Who the hell are they?
or towards residential areas, because that's where the people with the guns are.
I don't like them.
Shocker.
You want these two along? Fine. But I deal with you.
Because people were bringing up, it's like, oh, some Antifa are training with weapons. Right. Do you really think that they have anything on a trained soldier or a veteran that's living in the suburbs? Because I want to just kind of give people an idea of this. I know former
The
Marines
wind flares out there will kill you.
and Army guys that I've talked to about
You
this.
wanna walk?
They are daring
But we got other
Antifa to come into their neighborhoods.
plans.
They are itching to shoot them some commies.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I don't think we need the military.
Before we go, I got a bone.
I think that all we would have to say is,
Nope.
so all we'd have to do is just arm the veterans in your neighborhoods.
They do it for free. I mean,
That hurt. You pushed us away.
Walker, my buddy Walker was Army Ranger. he straight up said, "I took a vow to defend my country from all enemies, foreign or domestic, and that does not stop once I get out of the army."
Exactly. My dad's the same way. My dad's in his 60s. And by the way, my dad was trained to kill commies. That was actually something he mentioned to me at one point. He said, because I was joking about this, he goes, "Micah, I want you to keep something in mind, son. I was trained at Fort Bragg in the 1960s.
Yeah, my neck of the woods.
Yep.
Vietnam.
He's like, in the 1960s, to go fight the Viet Cong. He's like, I am trained by the army to take out communists.
All right. We'll just wait here.
And anybody of my dad's generation, it's going to be the exact same thing. You know? So, Antifa, like, there would be no civil war. They don't have the numbers. People have to keep in mind, the reason that we had a civil war was because half of our standing army was from the South. Not to mention our top general, Robert E. Lee. A lot of people tend to forget those bits. And by the way, this is why I tell people, stop watching Black Pill YouTube. Like, seriously, this whole, like, the race war is coming, blah, blah, blah. Those people are fucking idiots. All of them are so ignorant of history that it is incredible. They're constantly hyperbolic for clicks. The world is ending, the race war is imminent, blah, blah, blah. By the way, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and subscribe to my Patreon. It's a grift.
Yeah. But no, I mean they are training with weapons. You know, we know that the Socialist Rifle Association exists. We know the John Brown gun clubs exist. We know they're out there.
Yeah, Redneck Rebellion.
But yeah, right. Well, Redneck Rebellion. Yeah, you know, they exist too. But until they really start organizing themselves into like proper militias, they're LARPing as revolutionaries.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. Let him get it out.
I mean, heck, one of the people from Redneck Revolt was LARPing as a guy who he said he confronted the guy who ran over the chick at Charlottesville.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason that he took his social media down, by the way, I was fucking right again. It's because he lied about it. Because the cops visited him.
Yeah, what a surprise.
Jesus fucking Christ, guys. Micah was right. Somebody throw up the hashtag.
Yeah, Ricky Joy brings up a good point too. How many cults predicted a war?
I know,
Jim
right?
Jones told minorities the president will put them in camps. Yep.
Alright, Baird. Understood.
People get too sensationalized.
Yeah.
That's why I tell people, like, there are some news outlets out there that are just there to feed off your emotions.
That's most news outlets.
Yeah.
That's why you see outrage bait get broadcast ad infinitum.
Yeah. That's what gets clicks, man.
To be fair, FDR did just that. Well,
Yeah, that is
yes.
true.
that
But then
is-
again,
that
FDR is not exactly the hero that some people try to make him out to be.
No. Mm-mm.
Um,
Yeah, keep in mind that the New Deal was actually meant to go way further than it actually did.
Yeah. Anyway, next question.
All right, next one. Tyler Jorgensen asks, have you seen Larry Lawton's YouTube video on police reform? If so, or thoughts?
No.
I have not seen it either. So,
Don't watch much
All right.
YouTube.
next one. Well, last politics question. Nick White, not really a political question, but what's y'all's opinions on a bachelor's degree in journalism? Useful or complete shit?
Complete shit. Don't do it.
So speaking as someone who has a minor in journalism, I would not recommend it because for practical reasons, because there are not enough jobs out there for you. It is ridiculously competitive right now, and you're almost certainly not going to get in unless you know somebody. Oh, good God.
Yeah, this is going to be trench warfare again.
So I was informed that bachelor's in journalism is useless unless you have a master's in a complementary field, which, in my mind, I don't think that's worth it.
Move up.
It's dead.
Fine, I'll move up. Jesus.
I'm just getting pinned down.
Well, give me covering fire as I try to move across here in a second.
Hang on. Oh, nope. Knock me down.
I see the hold on.
Damn it, they're covered from above.
Bless.
Alright, going across.
Thanks for the assist, Jack.
Hold on. Where's their
One down.
Well, that was quite the welcoming party. Come on, let's get inside.
Well, look at me, the big hero.
Oh, look, a long shot. I think I'll take it.
Anyway, what was the first entertainment question?
First entertainment question. Swordsman 100 wants to know if we've played Trials of Mana.
Nope.
And okay. So can't give you thoughts on it or the remake because I haven't played it either. Jeez, I am lagging out like crazy. The worst part is I should not be lagging because I connected to Ethernet now, so I'm trying to save myself. Alright, next entertainment question or reload. Nick White wants to know if we've played Hellblade: Season's Sacrifice.
Yes.
No, I have not.
It's pretty
Alright,
good.
so you talk about it then.
I have some issues with it. But I have a video. By the way,
Looks dead to me.
like I've said before, if there's anybody out there who is good at video editing, and you would be willing to work on the sleeveless,
Good night.
whoop,
Haddock. The swarm tried to
you'd be
stop
willing to
us.
work on the
Heading
sleeveless,
into the field now.
channel, as a video editor, please let me know, and give me a sample of your work, because I am looking to bring somebody on board to do video editing for us, because I am tired of it.
Do I want an old school lens or do I want to keep the grenade launcher?
I would say go old school if you're out of grenades.
No, I'm out of grenades.
Okay, yeah, then I'd hold
Let's
on
get
to it for a
inside.
little bit.
Help me.
Alright. Where you at?
Okay, people are donating, and I need to have this open in another window. Hold on.
You probably some.
Give me just a second to orient my windows here. On the other one, I gotta pause the game while I do it. What I'm gonna do... I do appreciate you guys being generous, by the way. I'm gonna pop out the chat real quick, so that way I can see what you guys are asking on there. Okay, so, we have 2 questions from donations that we need to answer real quick. First, Asami Ryuji Yamazaki asked, what's our thoughts on the defund the police bill? And he also asked it, have you noticed the amount of white guilt that's festered on social media? To the second one, yes, and it's silly. To the first one, it's idiotic, because if you defund the police, you're fucked.
Yeah, is this the defund the police or is this the proposed reforms that they've
Defund
implemented?
specifically is what he put in there.
Okay, no, defund is weird because there are some people who are like, just allocate resources for like certain policing duties to other people, and that I'm a little bit more okay with, even though I'm kind of hesitant to say do it because you don't want to overwhelm social workers either.
Yeah.
And then there are others who say no, defund the police means complete defunding. As
Yeah,
in,
that's
like,
what
we
he's
don't need
asking
police
about, is
anymore.
complete
Yeah,
defunding.
no, completely defunding is ridiculous. I mean, do you want Prohibition era Chicago?
That's how you
Because
get
that's
it.
how you get Prohibition era Chicago.
Okay. Anyway, Serena said, thinking about going back to school to get my master's in nonprofit management and urban studies. I have work experience involving working for nonprofits, but some positions require a master or higher education. Do you think she should go back?
For that, you would probably run, because that's social work.
Yeah.
That you're going to run into a lot of people who want you and in some cases demand you believe certain things. So I don't know if it's smart for that. If it's something that you're really passionate about and you can get around that sort of ideological whiplash, I guess you could say, then I would say absolutely go for it, because we always need more good people there than bad people. But I know it can definitely be overwhelming too.
Hat. Door. There you go.
Got it.
All right. Back to the entertainment questions.
Before we go back, Kubis Rinchum says they do want Prohibition era Chicago, because the DNC controlled Prohibition era Chicago and Chicago ever since.
Yeah, that is true.
That's pretty good. I need those ammo crates because I need long shot ammo.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, it's a Hammer of Dawn command case. I'll just use my marks
Actually,
for now.
you might be able to. I think you can take that other ammo crate there if you need it.
Okay. Yeah, I needed a
So I got-
little bit of ammo for
Yeah,
mine.
because I'm good. I've got long shot ammo now.
Cool.
Okay, so next entertainment question is from Ultimate Agent. Thoughts on the reveal of Matt Reeves' Batmobile? My thoughts: that isn't the Batmobile. That's Kit from Knight Rider.
Yeah, I don't like the design of it either.
Paddock, Bear.
That's a lot of people really don't like the all the stuff from Matt Reeves' Batman movie, all the designs and stuff. I think it's okay if and only if the rumor that this is about Batman's like first or second year are true.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not, if this is a more established Batman, no, it looks amateur. Bruce Wayne would have his shit together by now.
Yeah.
Okay, Jack's giving me a window into the mainframe.
And the last one, Leonardo 1 asks, what is your favorite licensed game? For me, it's SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom.
Right, buddy?
Licensed
Isn't that getting
game?
that HD? Yeah, isn't that getting an HD remaster?
Yeah.
No virus can stop Jack.
Strange.
How do we
they're-
define licensed game?
As in, like, it is a licensed property. Be
So
it,
if it's based on a
movie,
comic
music.
book,
Yeah, that would be a licensed property.
well, shit.
So-
Arkham City.
The rocket.
The hammer satellites are part of the nose cone. Go deal with that, and we'll keep digging.
Batman.
on this location.
Wilco, Delta out. Alright, let's go find those satellites.
Boss, we're past Gary.
I guess I could say the PS4 Spider-Man now,
Oh, well, there you go. That's another really good one.
because before I would probably have to say GoldenEye, but
Okay.
no, I think Spider-Man was really that good of a game.
It's called a gantry.
And of course, this is without the DLC because I still have not touched it.
Well, yeah,
And
the
I don't
DLC
think I will.
sucks. Like, I couldn't finish it.
I don't think I will touch it.
Jack, bring it
We
over.
need to go across that bridge.
Yeah, I got it.
This thing's all the way across.
I'm going down here to see if there's anything good and or decent.
I'm having Jack bring the bridge over.
Probably not. I guess we're supposed to come down here later.
There
That
we
looks
go.
like an elevator thingy.
Yeah. We explore this entire area front to back.
Would
And up and
Tatsunoko
down.
versus Capcom count?
Yes.
Yeah, I would say so.
Tatsunoko.
I mean, if Marvel versus Capcom counts too.
Yeah, I would say Marvel vs. Capcom would count as well.
With pleasure.
Now, Capcom versus SNK, I don't think would count.
No.
One thing, children. I mentioned how the UIR attacked that facility and tried to launch our Hammer of Dawn satellites.
Yeah.
Feel and tear down British statues, throw in river. Oh yeah, I saw that. They,
Yeah, we saw that too.
Yeah, it was a slave owner, I think,
Yeah.
that built.
It's
Was
like
it
traitor.
Bristol? Was it Bristol that he pretty much built?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
I guess now you got to figure out, which sins are the least bad.
This way to the satellites.
Yeah, pretty
Give me
much.
a hand.
Really getting tired of historical purity tests.
Hatman.
No, door. I thought I saw Jack over there messing with it, so.
Yeah, and they also defaced Churchill too.
Okay, that
Claiming
one
he
was
was
actually,
a racist too, which
Keep looking.
that was actually hilarious because I saw some of those people that were celebrating his statue getting defaced also saying Churchill was Antifa and you like him.
yeah.
That was funny.
But anyway, let's talk now that we've answered all the questions about Inglewood stuff. So,
Inglewood stuff.
have you watched any of the reviews that are out there?
No, I have not yet.
Okay, I have. And I'm listening to people, like I said, specifically who like don't have a horse in the game. People who are gonna be unbiased.
Look alive, here we go.
Careful with those grenadiers. Oh, well that worked. Watch the flank. Hat, watch the flank.
I'm knocked down.
But anyway. Ow.
Good assist, Jack.
Drop them all. Now, let's get a move on.
So,
Haddock.
fuck
there.
this guy in
Ran
particular.
into some swarm, but we're back on track.
Also, Paddock, the cod that hammered you 50 years ago isn't us.
Yes, indeed.
We're not them.
But,
If you launch those satellites, you'll be doomed to make the same mistakes.
Boys, there's no
and I think
control.
that some of the criticisms are fair. There's been criticisms of, like, a couple of panels, like, the perspective on them. And some bits on the art. So, what we are going to do, to discuss that specifically. And by the way, this is something that I should say. I am fully aware of telling the difference between people who are critical of the art and people that are just insulting me just to try to get a rise in me. If you're gonna sit there and say that Brian and Armand are the worst ever, I know you're full of shit.
Yeah.
Because, first off, they are talented guys. They're good at what they do. And I'm going to work with them to make them great at what they do.
They bust their ass, too.
Yeah, they bust their ass.
Well,
and
they're respective asses.
yeah.
They're respective asses and collective asses.
Yes.
Okay, they're on to us.
Well, wasted that grenade.
Whoa, snipers! And they have
Hold on, I
long
got my long
shots,
shot.
too.
I've got mine. Okay, well, someone got me.
I'm bleeding out.
I'm going to try to hijack one of them. There you go.
Oh, God bless it.
Well, don't poke your head out when there's lasers.
I just poked my head out. What's the thing?
But anyway. But obviously there's worse artists. I mean, a lot of these guys who claim that are anti-CG people. And some of the worst artists that I've ever seen are anti-CG people. So let's not kid ourselves. On to legit criticisms.
Incoming frag!
Here's what we're gonna do. That will help the art style considerably. Is we are going to focus a lot on inking with this next bit. Because one thing that is always a good way, whenever you have art, to add a sense of depth to and texture to it, is inking. So what I'm going to be having Brian do is study really, really good comic book inkers. Hey man, gonna need you to stay alive.
That's what I'm trying to do. Trying to hit that other sniper up there.
I'm moving to flank him.
I think I may have gotten him already.
Maybe. I'll sweep and see what I can find. There's still somebody up here.
I don't think it's the sniper.
Yeah, just a guy with a Marxa.
I heard a chainsaw go off.
That would be me.
Beautiful sound.
Oh, yes. But anyway, so who I have Brian studying, there's an M bar up here if you'd prefer that.
Need long shot now.
I'm going to have Brian study a couple of inkers specifically. The two guys that I'm having him look at are, where is it? Dexter Vines and Art Bear. Now, I'm buddies with Art Bear, so I've actually encouraged Brian to reach out to him and say, hey, I'm Micah's artist on Inglewood. Can I talk to you about inking stuff? And, because, let's be honest, like, Art is probably the best of all time when it comes to inking comic books. And he's one of the best comic book artists of all time, on top of that. Whoa!
Where are y'all?
Where are you is the question.
I'm up top.
Well, we're very much not up top. We got another donation. Chaos Sonic wanted to know thoughts on Bendis leaving Superman, or would that be a future topic in the podcast? He's actually leaving it?
Okay, they're down.
Oh, that's news to me.
Yeah, me too. I didn't think they would ever get rid of him. I would have figured they'd have to pry that book away from him.
Yeah.
Man, look at this.
Good though.
Quite a fight.
Yeah, he's awful. He is easily... I think he might be the worst Superman writer of my lifetime.
Because Bendis.
And by the way, I would say he's a worse Superman writer than Jeff Loeb was. And
Ooh,
Jeff Loeb
geez.
was really bad. And I like Jeff Loeb's writing. But his Superman was atrocious.
Doors welded shut.
Put some ammo crate up there. I'd like it, please.
That is all yours.
Thank you very kindly.
Be prepared to dig in, because we're going to have a ton of shitheads coming in soon.
Oh, Lord. Okay. I don't want the marks. That God, I really kind of wish I'd taken that damn,
I'm going to need you on the left.
what you call it. Okay.
Over there.
If I had a blowtorch, the bloody door would be open already.
Is Jack not...
Do I need to...
For the love of Pete, Jack, get over there and rip the fucking door. There. Now we should have shitheads coming in. But I'm having
Let's get set up. They're coming.
Brian study that sort of inking style. We're gonna have him do a lot more inks for future books to add depth. And then Armand is gonna study some different colorists to kind of actually tone his style back a little bit. So, the next book the art will look a lot more dynamic. The pencil work won't seem as flat as some people say that it does, and the colors will be a little bit more comic bookish, I guess you could say. Grenades would probably be a good idea right now.
Damn, there's a lot of them.
I got children all over me. Right up.
Fuck!
Let me see if I can long shot. Oh, nope, he's
Too
going
late,
after
he's coming for you.
me. Yep.
What the?
Did you just hijack him?
I certainly did.
Cool.
We now have a
So-
docile one, so we have a second to prep for him. Hold on. Or not. Everybody shame the Hatman, seriously.
Fucker.
Oh, shit! Nice one.
There we go. You have the right to suck my dick, motherfucker.
That was certainly a handful.
Okay, now I'm swapping that fucking lancer out.
That is what the word is. Okay, so it's not confirmed yet. I will celebrate when it is confirmed that Bendis is off that book.
When it is confirmed, we will have a celebration stream with lots and lots of dancing and consumption of alcohol.
I'm just gonna eat pizza.
Well,
Can we
you do
count 'em
that.
off?
Pizza and strippers.
That sounds awesome.
That was the that was the traditional breakup fare for my friend group years ago. Pizza and strippers. And on one occasion, it was
the other
pasta
side.
and strippers.
Oh, pasta's great. Hatman door.
there
And
you
then,
go.
as for Armand, he's been experimenting with his color style. He's looking at Jeffrey Chamba Cruz, who's done a lot of stuff, I believe, for Udon. And then I've also told him to look into Dave Stewart
But it's missing satellite.
and
I see the other
Jason Keith,
side of the chamber.
because those guys worked a lot with Ed McGuinness,
One at a time.
who,
I'll drive.
of course, Brian has a very similar pencil style to.
Hey, you need the gantry closer, buddy. It's like the last one.
So the goal is, of course, just improve.
Yes.
It's not change the style completely for those of you who still like the art style of Inglewood.
Yeah.
It's just tightening it up.
I have not had anybody who has read the book say that they want a new
We
artist.
hit first.
Make the call.
Choices.
At all.
Alright, off we go then.
Because they see the boat, they see it, and they see it in motion. And they're like, yeah, like we definitely want to see more of this art.
So our friend Paddock's got some interesting thoughts on the Hammer of Dawn.
Who's he to judge? He tried to launch it himself.
Okay, let's get that thing loaded onto the nose cone.
So
I'm curious. How many of you in the audience didn't back digital? Like, how many of y'all are still waiting to actually read the book now?
Stay clear of that rail, people.
well, watch out for that track, Hatman.
Yeah, I got it. I only sometimes get crushed.
Now we're gonna have to shove it the rest of the way. I think.
Well, that's bollocks. It's stuck. Maybe it just needs a nudge.
Oh, that's bollocks. Wait, what's that?
Okay. Maybe it needs more of a
Anything good? That's a vulture.
Hatman, get up here.
Hang on. There's an ammo box that I need.
So have Jack get it. Okay, so Timbertone's waiting. We got a Pouncer, waistcoats. A lot of people got both. Gotcha! So if a Pouncer jumps at you and you get your chainsaw up, you can kill it instantly. But usually they don't do that until they're about at half health.
Pouncer number 2 has left the platform.
And our satellite's sitting pretty on the nose cone. One down.
Let's get the gantry over to the
Foz
other
is
side.
still an asshole.
Right.
Yes, Foz is always going to be a prick. It's just he's our prick. Changus actually says he missed out on the first campaign. I will admit, I am tempted by something.
This might be a little rough.
I am tempted to do a second printing. I'm tempted. I don't know if I'm going to yet. I think that I would need to gauge interest in a second chance campaign.
The sitting duck down here.
Boss, get us higher.
On it.
The big thing is I've noticed a lot of people passed on Inglewood, but plan on backing Three Knights instead. But now that Inglewood's out and people are reviewing it and they're like, oh yeah, you know, this apparently is a badass comic. Now they wanna pick it up. So.
Did I hear one of them say stars?
No.
I was wondering for a second. Hang on. You ain't Nemesis.
And we got a Bastion too.
Take out that Bastion. Watch it.
We gotta get off this thing.
Got
There's a higher platform to the left. Hang on. Get us there now.
Fucking done 5 rounds of Mark's ammo. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to get a good headshot on this thing while it's moving like this. We're just gonna have to drop it.
I'm trying to get a shot off in general.
I know, mate. It's like parallel barking a sailboat.
Now you can shoot a drop shot projectile out of the air. It's not easy, but you can do it.
I'll draw their fire from the gantry.
Guns jammed.
Boss, they're clear. Take us away.
Here we go.
Okay,
Oh,
let's
for
clear
God's
this
sake.
platform.
I walked right into that.
You and Rolling are just not good friends, I've noticed.
No. Incendiary grenade.
Focus
Focus fire. Jack, take
Wait, I'm gonna have him Jack snatch him. Now let's just let him have fun.
Hey, cover me! I'm going down!
Optimistic said, I'm waiting in the physical. Wanted to say, a friend of mine follows you did back in the woods because he said it looked unappealing. Hatman, I swear to God. Why did that happen?
Somebody shot a grenade at me or something. Something blew up. I don't think it was a
No,
drop
why did you
shot,
go
though.
down there?
Because I needed ammo.
Let's go.
Brace yourselves. This might be a
Wow.
new run.
We have a robot who can get the ammo.
Yeah, I don't know how to work the robot.
You point,
Remember,
you point
I
at
have
something
not-
and you press X.
Yeah, I have not had to do that so far. So.
Audience, you know what to do.
We're sitting ducks down here.
Boss, get
I miss
inside.
Brain.
On it. Got him!
Oh, shit.
This is the opposite of higher.
I'm aware of that. Got it. Got it.
Just keep us moving.
Doing my best.
But yeah, I can understand some people are kind of iffy about the art style for now. I think that will change given time.
We
There we
gotta
go.
get off this thing.
Well, there's a higher platform to the left. Hang on.
I got us.
Good assist, Jack.
And one thing that I have been doing a lot to improve my writing is I have been going back and down he goes. I have been going back and reading a lot of different books. I've been reading mostly Warren Ellis and Alan Moore stuff. More long shot ammo there for you.
Here we go.
Where
Okay,
at?
Del, let's clear this
I just-
platform.
Oh,
Yeah,
perfect.
there you go.
Okay, Del, you've got drones coming in from the far side.
One of them taken over.
Frag out.
Oh, I think he got killed already.
Incoming frag. Nice.
Oof! Wow. Thank God for the stim ability.
Good assist, Jack. I'm knocked down.
Last bullets.
Hat.
On my way.
Hat.
Yeah.
No,
you
seriously,
know
like hat, like he's right there.
Don't you
Oh, I swear to God, dude.
I gotcha.
what? Well, at least I revived you. Yeah, I just ran out of Lancer ammo.
Well, what do you got left?
I've got long shot.
Well, it's almost like we have the best vantage point in the game right here.
Jack, take him.
Don't shoot that guy in the far back.
All right.
Alright, now you can kill him.
JD, that all of them? Yeah, looks like it, yeah.
Then pause. Dock the gantry so we can connect the satellite.
Okay, picking up some nades.
Fucking ammo.
But yeah, I've been reading a lot of very specific runs to prepare for what I'm working on in the future. Going back to my roots, basically. A lot of Warren Ellis, a lot of Alan Moore.
It's done.
Specifically, now people are going to be like, oh, Alan Moore. Specifically... Oh, fuck me.
Oh, no! Look! Look!
By the way, no, Alan Moore doesn't have a book called Oh, Fuck Me. But,
Oh, God. There's a try-shot when you need one.
I know, right? I've largely been reading his, stuff that he did for Wildstorm. Back when the Wildstorm was part of Image. Specifically his Wildcats run. If you have not, and there's probably some hardcore comic fans in here that can attest to this. Whoa! Fuck me. Alan Moore's Wildcats is legit one of the best comic books ever. Like, Alan Moore is a really, really good... Despite the fact that he hated it and liked deconstructing it, he was a really good Cape comic writer. Better than a lot of people really realize. Like, everybody wants to talk about V for Vendetta, or, that sort of thing. But they never talk about, like, Wildcats or Swamp Thing.
Actually, did that actually just help?
I don't know. Keep shooting.
Basically out of ammo, so I'm gonna pick up hammer bursts.
Oh, do whatever you have to, man. I didn't need to die.
It's gone.
But yeah, I've been reading a lot of Image stuff, like, or Wildstorm stuff specifically. So Alan Moore's Wildcats, Warren Ellis's Stormwatch and Authority books are really, really good. And then of course, and then I haven't read back through Planetary, but Planetary is a really good comic, but I wouldn't call it a great team book. You know, I never really considered it one. Which is weird, because it is a team book. But I don't know, something about Planetary just never really... It never felt like a team book, you know?
Back onto the gantry. Let's get him to the hangar.
So I've been going a lot, back to those kind of basics, back to my main inspirations, and kind of just taking notes again.
All aboard!
Okay, let's get up there.
Because one thing about 3 Nights 4 Days is it's not really
Launching these satellites is dangerous.
based on any or inspired by any specific
We get this
comic
thing back to the
books.
hangar. We worry about the
You know,
rest later.
it's more inspired by manga, but specifically Berserk and Devilman. You know.
Let's try this.
Guys, our ride's leaving. God damn it. Opening that door must have
Did I
triggered
just
some
hear some
automated
Russian?
sensors.
So we babysitting
No,
like that.
it's sort of.
And I was just getting the hang of driving it.
Satellites are on the move.
Okay,
Need a
door.
hand here. Come on, up these stairs.
Taking marks.
We can't lose that nose cone.
Oh, there's a
There,
bolt lock here
let's
if you
keep
want
up
it.
with it.
No, I'm gonna stick with the machine pistol for now.
I think I will take the bolt lock.
Watch it, below us.
Uh-oh.
Bad news bears.
Yep, we have shitheads.
Jack, take him!
Are you freaking kidding me?
They have Marxes. They're gonna do a shit ton of damage.
Yeah.
Throwing frag!
I took 2 of them.
One got headshot down there.
I made him execute his buddy. Fuck them kids, man.
Good one, Jack.
You're done. Come on. Let's catch up to the satellites.
Buzzkill. Where's the freaking Marxist? I need some Marx ammo. Actually, I just need ammo in general.
Yeah, we're both in the same boat there. There's not much laying around.
Yeah. This is one of those levels where everybody's just
Way through over
totally
here.
strapped, huh?
Yeah, there's a segment that's
There it is.
basically like
Let's
that.
keep up. Paddock,
Nope.
Baird. We're escorting the satellites back to the hangar now.
But yeah, a big part of things is that I think that the consensus on Inglewood by
All right. We're on
people
our
who
way.
again who are unbiased in it is that it's a good comic, but it's not great. It's not everything that it's not reaching its potential yet. And I can see where they're coming from. You know. And this is one thing that I will say, just for anybody out there that is interested in making comics, if that's your start point, it's a good place to start. Like, when it comes right down to it, the one thing you should fear is people who are unbiased and don't have a dog or a horse in the race hating your book.
A dog, horse, or rat in the race.
Yeah, it's like if that's what's going on, then you have reason to be worried. So,
I guess we're supposed to go down that way. Is there anything back there?
I didn't see anything, but let's check it out.
No, I don't think so. No, nothing back there. It's a bunch of bullshit and empty dreams. Sausage, what are you doing? Actually, why are these papers on the floor, Sausage?
All right? Once we're back in the hangar, we can work our way outside.
More components.
Cool, cool. Depressing, cool.
We need 2 more. Yeah, one thing Koopa's Revenge Home brings up is that it is our first book.
Yep.
You know? That's a big thing about it. It's, you know, if your first book is getting that positive a reaction from people, that's a good place to start.
Okay, satellites are safe and sound. If we want to get out of here, we should cross to the other side.
Totally unrelated to Inglewood, but I found a map building software, and I've just been screwing around with it for like the last couple of days, and oh my god, that's addicting.
What is? I'm sorry.
This map building software that I found. It's called.
Okay, so let's assume that I don't know what map building is.
Okay, so
Which
you
I
know
don't.
how.
So.
Okay. So, say you want, you're making your own fantasy world. Or
Oh,
sci-fi
map,
world or something.
not Matt.
Yes. No, not Matt. No, map.
Yeah, I thought you were talking like M-A-T-T-E.
No, no. Map. Yeah. So, it's called Wonder Draft, and for years I've been trying to figure out how to draw maps without, getting too ridiculously detailed, because it just takes forever to do it. And I mean, this stuff has got, like, for anyone who's tried drawing a map before, it does your coastlines automatically.
Nice.
So you don't have to waste all kinds of time trying to figure out, what looks natural and what doesn't. It does all that for you. I mean, you could do like little island chains if you want to, with no problem. It's got all kinds of explosive. Huh?
Yeah, that's why I signaled you towards that boom shot.
Okay. Nope, I'm good.
Over there! Incoming! Boy! What the hell is that?
Oh,
It's a carrier!
this bitch.
It's kinda low! Back up! Back up!
Spread out! Don't let it box us in!
Just keep firing! Target is down!
Shoot the gas tanks.
Will an incendiary grenade do anything?
Well, yeah, it'll do dot damage.
Throwing fire! Climb up! I got dropped!
Thanks, Jack. You're dead!
Okay.
Bloody hell. Does every carrier
So-
burst apart like that?
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, with me, a lot of what I want to do writing-wise in the future, goodness, is kind of go back to that sort of a feeling, One project that I'm working on right now that is going to definitely have that sort of a feel to it. How are you on ammo, by the way?
Need some.
Okay,
I am totally dry on Mark's ammo. Alright, thank you.
Project Lazarus is going to have a lot of stuff like that, and that's why I've been reading those books, is to kind of get that grasp of
Jack, get the doors open.
a team book from a different perspective.
Are we gonna need a boom shot anytime soon?
No, we kind of passed that moment.
Okay.
Left, this way. Everyone get on.
What's that beeping?
I don't know.
I think baking. I hear some chainsaws going off.
Okay, can't go this way, I guess.
Who knew putting
No.
a rocket together
That's
would
weird.
be
The
so
lever wouldn't
difficult?
allow me to pull it.
Let's see.
Maybe I had to.
Rocket science.
I thought it was a jack thing, but
And anyone who's used the expression, it's not rocket science.
What do you think? We just push a button marked launch?
Oh, I see. Yeah, pick on the handsome one. Cut him down to size.
So, we're back across. And for the record, I'm the handsome one, okay?
don't give it to
Got it.
Sausage. He's
We're
been
almost
bad.
out of here. Any leads on that rocket?
Don't give it to Sausage. He's been bad.
Turntable in the east, beyond the Dune Sea. There's a rail bridge blocking the way, but don't worry.
Bad dogs don't get rewards. That's all I'm saying.
So, out in the desert.
Agreed with that sentiment.
Then you'll know you're on the right path.
Copy that. All right, let's head for the skiff.
You know, all this time I thought I was the handsome.
Oh, dear God.
I spy with my little eye some ammo.
Could have hidden half a city in here.
Oh, cool.
Massive.
I spy with my little eye. I can't walk for some reason.
It's a boom shot. There's a Marksa right down there.
That's a torque bow. Oh, Mark's. Oh, I need that.
Well, I just had Jack bring it to me, so
Oh, okay.
it's all yours.
There's a torque bow back over there if you need it.
Yeah.
I want it.
I don't know yet. We'll see what the situation warrants. I've got 35 rounds of Marksa ammo as well, so I think it's Lancer ammo I'm dying for. There's explosive ammo up here and another boom shot. Man, I really don't know if I want to make the switch right now.
There's frags down here too.
I'm full up on those.
Okay.
You know, I think I am going to switch my Lancer for it.
For a torque bow.
Yep.
Not a bad move. So I'm running Mark's a long shot still.
Ah!
What in the hell? Okay, what is up here that's like keeping me from?
I don't know.
Can you see where I'm at?
No. Give me a minute.
Okay. Do you see me stuttering at all?
A little bit. Why? Well, we're in an area
Like-
that's just like a walk zone.
Well, it's like it's acting like I can run and everything. And I'm trying to roll, and then it won't let me roll.
Yeah, whenever it
It's got- I
sticks you in a
haven't-
walk cycle, it's not gonna let you do anything except move, like a
But
few
like
directions.
I'm rolling, and then it just won't let me.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it does.
No, I mean I wasn't going in a walk cycle. I had
No,
the
you were in a
animation for
scripted
running.
sequence.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's why you couldn't run. Like right now,
That's
like right now, look at me. Right now, I'm scripted to only walk. So if I hold
that's
A,
weird because
I can only jog. But if I move outside of that area, I can run like normal. It's some areas just do that.
But now,
See what I
that's
mean?
the thing. Like I'm okay, but look at me. Like I'm not.
Yeah, you're
I'm not
doing
in
exactly
the
what I'm
average-
doing.
That's weird because in my screen I am not in a walk cycle at all.
Oh, that is odd.
I'm at like full running animation, and like I'm trying to roll, and it like stops midway.
Yeah, that's very weird. Wondering if it's an issue like with the door, by the way.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm probably just glitching out or something.
Hat door.
I'm trying to get over there. This scripted sequence is f***ing with me. Timbertone, the name of it is Wonder
I got
Draft.
a question for you.
Go, I'm
and it does more than just like build coastlines and stuff. You can designate regions. You can use all kind of symbols on there. The fonts that they have for labeling are actually really cool, and a lot of the presets that they have too are based on like old style maps, like an old medieval style map or Japanese style map or pirate maps even. I mean, it's pretty cool. And then you have your normal quote unquote maps as well if you want one that looks more realistic. And you can also plug in custom assets too. So if you want to designate like mountains or forests or whatever, you can do that with your own assets as long as you can import them. I mean, I've been playing with it in between waiting for Inglewood files to upload, and good God, it's fun, and it's incredibly useful for me. So now I'm able to finally build the world I've been wanting to, instead of just color coordinated blobs in Photoshop.
Copy that. All right.
Mulcher.
Let's head for the bridge.
I'm guessing that
major firefight in this area is already over.
How does Barrett even know it?
We're headed back to the.
Yeah, this is what we. Okay, never mind. Yeah, this is where we were before we came in.
Unclear. They didn't seem that eager to talk about it either.
Come on, let's get past the bridge and over to that turntable. Boz, as a Vasgari, are you feeling any, I don't know, connection to this place? Nah. To be honest, I'm glad my parents came to their senses and left. I mean, growing up around here, in the desert, shaking sand wash from your shoes? Nah, I'm good, mate.
Sand wasps? No, I don't think so. Do not want.
Long before I was born, mate.
Dirt dollars, fuckers.
There's the bridge. I hope Paddock's knows
Hate those bastards.
There it goes.
Wasps of any sort.
Well, they haven't dropped it yet.
I don't want.
That's good, right?
And we're through. Onto the turntable.
Oh, how the turntables.
Anyway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this part gets a little crazy.
And a wind flare now? Seriously?
Now that's cool.
Yup. Wind flares.
We get to see half of fan formations of me. Not really a bright side, though.
Is this crate?
What?
Are we in The Last Jedi right now?
No. How dare you? Everybody shame Hatman for bringing up that movie.
To be perfectly honest, lightning storms and then the lightning getting fossilized is fucking awesome.
Ah!
Ow. Foss has died.
By the way, your fault, because you brought up that stupid fucking movie and distracted me. Serena asks, how's the progress on the books she recommended? I've been reading them in between the good stuff. Doing the review will be interesting, we'll just put it that way. Hatman needs to get caught up, too.
Yep. Are you reading Wicked and Divine?
Yes.
I'm still working through Tarot. many issues is Wicked and Divine? I've got it pulled up on my other computer.
There's not a lot. I think it's an ongoing, if I recall correctly.
I might just go with that actually. Sausage? No. You are not allowed to get in there. No, sir. We ain't having that.
What? Fuck. I swear they made this segment harder. What's worse is my health is not restoring.
Dodge the lightning.
It's not the lightning, it's the tornadoes.
Koopa's Revenge Home asks, Battle for Bikini Bottom coming out. Which licensed game do you want to see remade or remastered the most? Bonus challenge, no Spider-Man games for you.
Well, why would I want it, like, the most recent Spider-Man game remade or remastered?
No Spider-Man games.
No, he just says no Spider-Man.
I'm guessing that's Spider-Man games, because Maximum Carnage would probably be on your list.
To get a remake? No. I don't want Maximum Carnage remade. It's fine the way it is.
Okay.
Remastered games or franchise games to be remastered or remade? I wouldn't mind seeing a remaster of Hulk Ultimate Destruction.
That would be awesome, actually. I loved that game.
Not remade, because people would overthink it.
Yeah. No, it definitely needs a remake. It holds up. It still holds up. It's solid. If anything, though, if anything deserves to be remade in there, just the amount of things that you can destroy. Like that's it. Just add to it. Like build on a GTA 5 type landscape. But even then, like just what we have now, even if you just get a straight HD port, I wouldn't complain because the game holds up so fucking well.
Check this out.
What am I checking out?
Well, we're right by a crashed Condor.
Well.
Uh-oh. Man, shoot the thing. Hey, man, where are you?
Why are they attacking us?
Back here.
Appreciate it, Jack.
What the heck?
Hold this fire.
Hold on, what the heck? I'm lagging out like crazy. Yeah, I'm lagging out like crazy.
Alright, they're done. Hey, Baird. Why'd your DBs attack us? We're done with that.
That Condor went down 6 months ago, kid. They still think you're enemies of the state.
Okay, let's look around for anything useful before we go.
There's your components, by the way.
Hell yeah.
Do you need ammo?
Yes. I actually need a rifle. I'm gonna drop the marks for it. Actually...
I'm gonna take that small thing of ammo, because I don't need that much.
Fuck.
And I'll leave that big one for you.
Ah!
Oh. Hold on.
No holding on. We got a big fucker here. We got 2 of them.
Focus fire on that sentinel. Take him.
One down. There we go.
All right.
And now I
We're
need
down.
marks.
Well, looks like we cleaned out this wreck.
Yeah, we should head back to the skiff. And man, I can't believe Baird
I'm gonna
said
take an
we were done.
enforcer for now.
Wait, you're having trouble believing that Baird did something?
Take that ammo box back there if you need it.
Yeah, well, when you
Will
put it
do.
out.
Okay.
Shot grenade. Don't think I need a shot grenade. I think I'm good.
You drive. I'm out.
Apparently I don't know what directions are either.
Wicked and Divine ended on issue 51. Jesus, that's a lot. Why is it marking me towards something that's 6,000 yards away?
Okay, so just got word from Mixum.
Yes.
So they recommend
Those are launch towers. Hey, check it out. There's the rocket.
extending the
Mounted on some kind of train.
the full bleed in pages 20 and 21 beyond the trim boundary to ensure edge-to-edge printing. So basically, drop the white border from that, I suppose.
Okay.
So, you go for that.
Train's facing the wrong direction.
Yeah.
My only concern is the blood spray, but I think the original art
Grab the other side,
goes
let's
edge
get
to edge, so
Yes, it does.
I'll have to go back and look at that.
It does. I know that for a fact. It does.
Okay, so I'll just have to
Now turn this thing.
pull from that art then,
That's
as
fine.
opposed to the ones that we cut for. Okay.
Okay,
So
sneaky,
yeah,
sneaky.
after that, then we're done. Hijack one of them?
No, just wait. I got him. Waiting for him to
Alright.
turn.
You know what to do, Delta.
And we hijacked this guy. So stop shooting him.
Okay.
And when the hijack drops, I'll take care of him. You just focus on taking care of the little guys.
Alright. Fair enough.
Nicely done.
Focus fire on that Scion.
Okay, you got one torch shot left for that Scion in the back. Oh, and I missed it. Fuck. Alright, everything I've got is close range. You're gonna have
Fuck
to take
this
him
dude in
out.
particular. Alright, hold on. I've got my long shot, so.
I got him.
There we go.
Come here.
Get over here! God
I'll
bless.
take that.
Taking this lance.
Still lagging real bad.
Oh, fuck
Oh,
me.
you gotta be shitting me.
Run. Get distance. Hatman, if you're one that's swinging at, I'm gonna scream at you.
What? No, I'm way back behind it.
Nice work, Jack.
Get over the thing.
Fire on that bastion.
On the bastion.
Damn, I'm trying to get where I can see it. There we go.
Yeah, come in.
down to Talon ammo. Gotta be something you can use. It's not.
Yeah,
Fuck.
I see you. Hold on.
Appreciate it, Jack.
You brought an axe to a gunfight, mate.
There we go.
All right. Turntable's clear.
Do you need
Let's get
an
that train
ammo
turned
box?
around.
Yes, very badly.
Come over here. How do you mark shit, by the way? Oh, you got it.
So you want to know something that's weird?
Need another
I'm
pair
gonna
of
have to
hands
get
here.
up and actually change pants because the shorts I'm wearing are sliding off of my chair because of the texture. Yeah. They're like really smooth. I need that ammo box.
That actually, go for it. That actually, did you need the 2 over here?
Yes, very badly.
Go for it. I think I'll be okay.
But yeah, I got a pair of gym. So people don't like understand. I'm just wearing gym shorts, and it's just like sliding me off of this chair because the texture of the gym shorts is like very smooth. So yeah, I'm constantly sliding off my office chair. It's annoying the piss out of me. I will be right back.
I never answered. I never answered my what license gate would I like to see remastered? Well, they already did a remaster of GoldenEye, but it sucked. And to be honest, I don't know if I want to see one again. Okay, here's one that I think had potential, but it didn't. It wasn't good enough, and they could if they had another shot, I think they could really make it something good. It was 007 Bloodstone. It was supposed to be an original Daniel Craig story, and it had a lot going for it, but it ended up just being kind of half-assed in execution. If they could have another shot to remake that, I'd be all for it. Speaking of James Bond games, I was always kind of privy to Nightfire, to be honest. I want my heroes to have a dark side, but they have good morals and fight for
Okay,
evil.
here we go.
Yeah.
See, now that I have blue jeans on, I can actually sit still. But anyway,
I keep having to pop the joints in my big toe. I hate that.
Jack, get those
One,
train credits toward the hangar.
one thing that's been kind of interesting, going back and reading like Wildstorm and Image stuff, there's one character from that era I never understood how people liked him, and that's Grifter. Never got the appeal.
Reckon that train's a step ahead of us.
Shit. Come on, we can catch up to it in the skiff.
Do you know who I'm talking about, Hatman?
I want to say yes, but not ringing any bells for me.
Come on, onto the skiff.
So the thing about Grifter, he is one of the most like 90s looking characters you're ever going to see. And he's just as like grimdark and boring as a lot of generic 90s characters. And I never understood how he was as popular as he was. But then again, that's kind of the problem with the Wildcats. It's like The interesting thing about the Wildcats is not the Wildcats themselves, it's the world around them. You know, the Wildcats, as characters, the interesting ones are not like the two that you're supposed to like. Like, the leader, Spartan, not that interesting. Because he's a fucking robot. Grifter, the anti-hero guy with guns, not that interesting, because he's grimdark and he's boring. You know, there's nothing interesting about it.
Hurry, goddammit, skip order!
It's just people thought at the time that he looked cool. And he's even more cringy in the animated series, which, by the way, the Wildcats animated series is fucking awful. It was made to try and compete with X-Men, the animated series. And it just didn't at all. Like, it didn't even come close.
We're gonna lose the rocket if we don't get to the bridge controls. We're almost there! Keep going! There's a bridge control house. Bring us in close.
All right, go, go!
Everybody out.
Prepare to fight uphill.
Uphill both ways. And I'm lagging out again.
Oh, you have got to be fucking kidding me!
Paramount! Clock is ticking, people! The clock is not ticking! The clock is about to explode!
Jack, take him! Shit! No, not now! What are you doing? No! The bridge controls are wrecked!
Now we bring it down the old-fashioned way. Grab that salvo.
Okay, what the hell am I shooting at?
That big clamp. That'll bring it down.
Got it, it's coming down!
Holy shit. That, no. That cut it a little close. Oh, yeah, it did. Come on. Let's just get back to the skiff.
Hatman, you're awful quiet.
Yep. I just don't have anything meaningful to say right now. Except for fuck these kids.
Did you ever get into, like, any of the comics of that era of the 90s?
Not really. Most of what I had were hand-me-downs from Silver Age that my dad gave me.
Oh, we got a pouncer. That's the thing for me is, like, I came up in the 90s, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And, like, Wildcats was one of those, like, that I read at, like, my friend's house, you know? That was kind of... You read it because it was cool, and the art was really good, but there's not really much that you could say about the book that was, like, really, really notable. You know, not until Alan Moore started doing it, which, by the way, I think was probably one of the smartest things that Image did, because it really lended a level of credibility to their franchise. You know, because Alan Moore worked on Wildcats and worked on Spawn. You know, and his work on both was really, really good.
Got another one!
But then again, that was sort of the big thing, and this is something that we talk about, like, in like comics related stuff. Is oh wow, they're literally coming out of the sand. is
Last one's down.
the one like one thing that's constantly mentioned in CG is that we're very artist heavy. You know, like there's a lot, like the biggest names in it are artists or YouTubers. There's not a lot of just writers. And that I think sort of repeats the old mistakes of Image in a lot of ways. You know? Because Image just, you go back and you look at it, what, like, would you say that there's really any notable comic book runs in the early days of Image from a writing perspective?
Not really. It's mostly just art style.
Yeah,
I remember.
And that's the thing. It's like
Dark Horse was the same way too.
Yeah, Dark Horse had a lot of the same problems.
Except Dark Horse had the Star Wars license at the time.
Yes. And they also had Alien and Predator.
Yeah, that's true too.
And some of the AVP books were very well written.
Dark Horse?
I don't remember what Men in Black was.
Whatever she is now.
But the thing is,
So, what's the deal with this water tower? Are we stopping
Image, had great artists working for it, but man, they didn't have any writers. And that's not a good plan for longevity, in my opinion.
What does Paddock say they're doing here?
Trying to get their water supply back online. Think we just
Ruh-roh.
discovered the problem. Swarm!
So let's get in there and clean them out.
Well, this looks rather Mad Max.
A little bit.
Take them.
Alright, got one getting poached. But I think that that's actually one thing that worries a lot of people, too. It's like one issue that Image also had a lot of problems with in the early days was poaching. You know, you had all of these artists, but there wasn't anybody that was, like, truly consistent. You know.
Right.
Unless... excuse me.
Now get up here.
Unless the artist was the person who owned the property.
Not seeing any of the nomads.
And every artist had their thing. You know, Jim Lee had Wildcats. You know, Todd had Spawn. And then, Rob Liefeld had Youngblood. The issue generally is that, you know, if you keep poaching guys, it's very difficult for the writers because they constantly have to work with new people that they might not want to work with. You know, they might want to keep a consistent team because then you can actually get a sense of cohesion. And I don't know about everybody else, but me personally, I really, really, really do not like seeing a different artist on every issue of a comic. It drives me up the fucking wall. So, long story short, if you want to be a writer, lock your artist in a contract right out of the gate.
And the tower's clear.
Yeah.
Nice work.
Ammo up here if you need it. There's components right there.
Someone's in there.
How are you on ammo?
I'm actually really good, except for torque,
Okay.
but that's to be expected.
Okay.
I'm only gonna break out the torque bow when I really need it.
Alright, I'll take this thing
Alright,
because I need it.
enough's enough. Let's get her out of there.
Sausage, what are you doing? You causing problems? Hmm? Trying to walk on my phone. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you think you get
All right, come
because
on.
you get a cookie that
Out.
you done good for yourself, huh?
There's no one in here. Oh, cute trick. Guess that's how you survived.
There's more components.
I'm not really hearing gratitude here.
All right, Delta. Grab anything useful. Then we head out.
Sausage.
Need 3
Might want to
more
get whatever he's
components.
got. He's got some kind of paper.
Do you need to go get the dog?
Paddock, we just saved one of your
No,
engineers
I
at
think
the
the dog
water
has been gotten.
tower.
Okay.
It's exactly why I say bad dogs don't get treats.
So she survived. That's
Mm-hmm.
wonderful.
Get one of the cats to whoop his
Well,
ass.
We still need help. Check the pump station and the old docks.
Get all of the cats to whoop his ass. Even better.
All
If we
three
get
of those
time,
cats.
we'll look into
Well,
it.
I don't know.
Delta
I don't know
out.
if Mika would. Mika's kind of docile, to be honest. But the other two will whoop his ass. They will. They do not care. And Sydney's a big Siamese cat. Like he is fat. So you don't mess with him.
Tell me about it. Although she
No, he's not.
tried to
He's fat in the
Why
sense
you
that he is
turned up the way
large.
you
He's
did
not fat
suddenly
as an
makes
overweight.
so much more sense.
But back on the comic stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is something that drives me crazy too. So yeah, I tend to talk to my artists a lot and try to make sure that that the franchise is something they're interested in doing long term.
Yeah.
Because it just doesn't like. There's a reason that so many people like The Walking Dead and Invincible so much, is because you got the same team on every fucking issue.
Yeah.
You know, I don't remember Walking Dead switching artists very often. I don't think
I
they
remember
did for
Walking
the
Dead
longest time.
switching off. I don't think they ever switched artists.
Yeah, and then Invincible had one artist switch. Fucking one. You know? That consistency is good. You know? I want, on Jawbreakers, I don't want Aaron Alfeche to be off that book anytime soon. I know that John Malin did the first one, but I would rather have... I like John. I completely disagree with his mercenary mindset for artists of just take the big payday.
Guys, we're back by the old docks.
Take the consistent work. Because
Yeah.
there's no guarantee the big paydays are going to stay there if you just go
Hey,
from
let's go
book
see
to
what
book
kind
to
of
book.
condition Paddock's drill-
Yep.
This place is crawling with swarm.
Truth.
Don't see us yet. Pick a few up quietly.
Long run. God bless it.
Let's clear him out, Delta.
Alright, we got...
Drop.
Well, we got a drop shot, but somebody's shielding him. We need to take care of
I
that
see it.
first.
Hang on.
I'll tell you what, after this, Paddock's gonna owe us a favor.
Now, what in the hell are...
Get over here!
Oh, there's a sniper up there, too.
Good one, Jack. Take down that bastard.
God. There we go.
Alright, I'm gonna zap that,
Take him.
boom shot guy so he's on our side.
Okay.
I'll got you, mate.
We got 2 snipers over there.
Yeah, I see you. Hold on.
Alright, take down big boy. You got him?
No, I'm getting hit real hard.
Gotcha.
Alright, I'm gonna have to pull a maneuver here.
Appreciate it, Jack.
There we go. He's down.
All right, Delta.
Yeah, I basically just ran over to the other side and just chainsawed the sniper.
Yeah.
We cleared out the old docks. Your drill looks
Alright.
okay.
Let me go get that sniper ammo.
I'd appreciate if you verified that. Fire it
Oh
up.
shit, there's an M-bar down
If
there.
it starts to shake and smoke, maybe run.
No, I
Okay.
want the long shot.
Okay. Help repair the drill.
Wherever the hell the long shot is.
They weren't using long shots, they were using...
They're using M-bars?
Yeah, they're using M-bars. And yeah,
Yeah.
you are lagging out. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
It's like the rest of the world is moving in 60 frames per second, and you are a slideshow.
Yep. It's weird because I have a wired connection now. I wanted to avoid all the bullshit. But...
Sami Ryuji Yamazaki donates another $5, and he says, "Have you checked out The Immortal Hulk? It's one of the better Marvel stories. It's basically a body cosmic horror take on the Hulk. I enjoy it unless the writer decides, hey, I want to throw in transgender politics into this
You can do it.
from a straight white male."
Please be careful.
Why is transgender politics in...
I don't fucking know. It has no business being there. Alright,
Good
two
news,
down.
Paddock. Turning on your drill didn't kill us all.
Then congratulations. You've almost succeeded in getting our water supply back online. All that's left is to check in on our pump station.
If we find the time, yeah, we'll do that. Delta out.
Think it's time to get back to the skiff.
I need
Yeah.
2 more
All right,
components.
Delta. Let's head out.
Oh shit. Just
Warby the
realised.
Hatman.
Forgot my sunscreen. Here's sunscreen. I burn easily. Ever fight with a sunburn? It's not pleasant. Not pleasant at all. I'll radio back to command. Maybe they can arrange for an airdrop or something. See, you kid. But that would actually be very helpful.
Okay, so last location is the pump station, which is to the north. Yeah, Changus brings up, didn't the Immortal Hulk go woke though? Well, and that's the problem, is like it'll be a really well written series, and then Al Ewing will just drop in some woke shit for no fucking reason. And it just takes you out of it, because it's like, this is supposed to be a horror book. Why the fuck are these like identity politics bullshit in here? Like, what it's jarring. And that's again, that's the prime example of why you don't want to inject politics into your work all the time. Is it can be very jarring from what you're actually trying to do. Nobody gives a shit about your social justice message.
Mm-hmm. Focus needs to be on the story first.
Yep.
Learn something from Dwayne McDuffie.
Yeah, McDuffie was a guy who could integrate that sort of stuff in, but not be heavy-handed.
Yeah,
All right, let's have a look inside.
he knew where the priorities were,
Very
and it
bad.
worked out in his favor. I mean, Static and Static Shock. I mean, and that's very different too, because Static Shock was a children's show.
Yeah.
Like, finding a way to work that into a damn kids show is an accomplishment. Retro Lancer and Incendiary Grenade.
I'm just gonna pick up the ammo over here.
Actually, yeah, I'm good on Lancer ammo. I need long shot ammo. Fuck you, Fallout looking motherfucker.
Robotabuki indeed. Shitheads.
Picking up components. I have just one.
Let's keep him back.
Children. Fucking kids.
Yup. Serena donates $1, but I can't read that right now because we're in the midst of combat. Give me 1 sec. Okay, been having a hard time writing up my comic strip, which has resulted in lack of motivation to write anything. Quite difficult to replicate complex scenes in a way that an artist would understand. I have the scene in my head, but I can't properly convey. I would just work with your artist then. Just sit down with them and just ask them if they get where you're coming from with it. You might be overthinking it. And there we go.
Oh, yeah, good. Sounds happy.
Well, that should do it. Paddock's got his water supply back online.
I don't know what language that was, but that was definitely not Russian.
No.
Judging by the subtitles, it almost looks like Turkish.
Almost, yeah. Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Wow. There's a lady here wired up a surge protector. Oh, this should work great for us.
Thanks?
That lady is an absolute nutter.
I think we're done here. What do you say? Back to the skiff?
Alright. I think that was it for the secondary stuff. But it is 11 o'clock your time, 11:30, and it's 10:30 my time. So I think we should probably call it there.
I think so too.
Alright, folks.
Did we save a checkpoint?
Yes. That was a checkpoint. So we're good there.
Okay, good. Good, because I don't want to have to do all that again. Like, I had to fight the freaking spike bitch.
Yeah, I can't say I blame you. But anyway, so before we take off, allow me to say thank you to Serena and Asami Ryuji Yamazaki and Chaos Sonic for donations. Very generous of you guys, to say the least. So, quick stuff before we go, and I eat my dinner. Is tomorrow night at 8 o'clock is when the launch for 3 nights, 4 days happens. And one thing to mention on top of that is if it makes 15K in a day, as I promised, I will eat wings that are coated in hentai hot sauce. So yeah.
We're doing a stream.
Yes.
Are we not?
Yes. So 8 o'clock.
You know what? I'll match that.
Fair enough.
I'll match it. If it makes 15K, I'll do a dirty dozen. I'll do a dozen wings with hentai hot sauce.
There you go, guys. So 8 o'clock Central Standard Time tomorrow on my Sleeveless Comics channel is where the party's gonna be. So
that's 8 o'clock Central Time.
Yes. So please tune in. It'll be me and Hatman plus Preston Acevedo plus maybe Oliver as well, and it should be fun times. So set your reminders, set your clocks, set your calendars, whatever you gotta do, and we will have some fun. Hatman, any final words before we take off?
Yeah. I got shamed a lot tonight.
Yes, you did. Alright, folks. We appreciate you. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, my name is Micah Curtis.
And I'm Alex Baldwin, and I kind of hope I get to eat that hentai hot sauce, to be honest.
We both do. Oh, goodness. We'll see you guys tomorrow.